going on? I am currently post work and I am headed to see Angela Davis. This is super dope. Get to see a legend, get to see a revolutionary, I'm looking forward to it. Starts at 7. It is currently 6:35 and I'm sure I'll make it on time. I just have to find parking and all the fun things is happening down at the University of Milwaukee. So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. It's not every day that you get the opportunity to hear from the elders. The ones that have truly made impact within your community, and that you read about in textbooks, that you read stories, their books, right? All the things. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And especially, again, celebrating Black History Month in this way is super dope in all the ways. So I'm excited for what will be received, what messages are meant for me to hear, and to take away from this experience. Again, the fact that I get the privilege and opportunity to hear from her and to listen and to learn in this climate of time that we're in as well is super dope. Yeah, because again, one of the things that I've been doing for myself is listening to prominent leaders and within the Black community to really gain insight and knowledge of just who they are, how they existed within their time, the messages that are there, right? Because there's a passing forward of information that when you pay attention, it informs us of how we can keep going forward and how we can continue to work towards liberation. So I'm excited. I'm excited and looking forward to just learning. And for me too, one of the things that's interesting is I'm gonna be candid, right? In my last Wanderous Thoughts, right, I talked about having I'm Afro-Indigenous, but having family, right? I'm first generation of my mother who is from the Bahamas. So a lot of my truly education and time wasn't really spent on understanding Black history and the movement and all of those components. Yes, here and there, and I understood from my dad, right, you're a Black man living in America, and that comes with a variety of different things. But I never truthfully, in my truth, right, because of just trying to get an education and the importance of just going to school, crossing off those boxes. For me, Black history and was something that wasn't really at the forefront, right? It's I know these things, these nuances, I know it's there, but the intentional learning in depth of it, if I'm again being honest and transparent about just my own journey and experience, and being of Caribbean parents, right? It was really, we're here to just get a better life and do better at, and get it so that's been my journey. So within the last, I would say, few years, and especially again within my late 20s, now being in my early 30s, a lot of it has been all right, let's really settle in and gain insight, gain knowledge, and inform myself of us and what it means to be Black in America. And I feel again, there's so many tiers and levels to it, especially as you continue to grow throughout your journey and just education and things like that. So and honoring the continuum of learning within that, because there's so much to know. And I feel like so often there's this piece of like, oh, you didn't know that, oh, you didn't know that. Well, everyone's experience and journey is different, especially when you have different, when you're growing up differently, right? So yeah, so I'm sitting with that and looking forward again to just my continued journey and how all of these spaces will continue to inform me and my growth. Again, it's never too late, and I feel like there's a constant thing within society, the societal norm, that we're running out of time. Like, yes, time, it does its thing, but there's so much. It's one thing that there's a lot of, but there isn't, right? Time. There's a lot of time, but there's not a lot of time. And what you can do is do the best you can with the time that you got. And that's where I'm at in 30s, is really embracing that and learning that. So yeah, I'm excited to learn, to be in this space, and just to continue to deepen who I am. So, all right, I will see y'all when I get there. We're almost there. We have arrived. We are ready to go. We got our parking pass ticket to get out. We got our ticket to get in. We got our bag. We got all the things. All right, let's do it. We out. I got my keys, you know. All right, let's ride. All right, we've made it. I have to use the restroom before it gets started because I don't want to get up and have to keep getting up. Okay, bathroom break. It's such a far walk, everything. All right, we're back. That was a magical experience. I don't have words right now. I need to process and sit and meditate with all the things. I don't know, my phone, I don't know, the lighting, whatever. But that was so magical. Magical in a sense of like, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I really don't have words. Not yet. There was so much for me that just like unlocked in terms of like things that I'm doing and have been questioning, and like all these different pieces. There was so much that was just like, it was a gifting of gems of knowledge in so many beautiful ways that reached the core of my being and was just absolutely dope. Like, and I am looking forward to continuing to sit and just meditate and to continue to allow my body to like process and really absorb what was just like experience. Super dope. So okay, I'm going home now. This might be the end of this vlog. This was a quick one. We couldn't record in there. I did a little bit, but you couldn't record like the conversation or anything like that. She is just so just you could feel her presence, her energy, her aura, every aspect of who she was, like as she spoke, and it was just awesome. It was just awesome, just amazing. I just like to be in this lifetime, to be able to hear her speak, right? Someone as prominent within our community speak, an activist of that caliber, of that light, to hear them speak, to be in the energy, the presence, to share air with them in the same room, you know, it's just a blessing in and of itself. And again, just for me, continuing to reflect on the spaces and places in which I have been in, and what that, how that informs me on a cellular level, on all the levels that there are, and how that's going to inform aspects of self, aspects of doing that I'm probably not aware of currently, right? Which is super dope and super fire, because there is the continuation of like I'm already doing and putting forth motion of what it is that I feel in my heart and spirit that I'm on this plane, this life, this earth to do, right? And having the courage to dive in. And something that she said was doing it with fear, right? And not allowing fear to essentially like paralyze you, essentially stop you from doing the things that you want to do, you know? Because she talked about how we will often see like activists and people that are in these, maybe this light and these like you're on this platform, and how we may think and perceive that there is no fear, or there is no fear or angst or nervousness, right? And she's like, no, like that's there. It's having the courage to do it even with the fear. And you know, it's so interesting because life and its journey is that you hear things over and over and over, or you experience certain things over and over and over, and at some point there is this like aha moment, which is why I guess they call it aha moment, that happens where it like clicks, or like everything within you aligns in a way where you're like, oh snap, like I'm hearing this at a different frequency, I'm hearing this at a different vibration, which is super dope and super cool. And for me, that was a lot of what that experience was for me. There was so much that was shared that just, I've heard things in different ways from different people, but there was this unlocking for myself that I felt and like experienced in all the beautiful ways. So again, I can't wait to continue to just like meditate and allow my body to just process everything. So with that, you know, I'm headed home. Again, this might be the end of this vlog. That's all I got. This was a beautiful experience. Happy Black History Month. I think the line is shorter. So I'm out, you know. Thank you for rocking with me. Like, subscribe, do all the things. If you don't see anything after this, yeah, that was the end of this. And may you all, whenever you're watching, hope that you're having a wondrous day, wondrous night, and have a wondrous life.